Just. Hello. We're just sitting around playing Dungeons and Dragons. They're off.
Didn't actually
Save
switch the
world.
scene. There we go. So everybody was still seeing the credits there. Sorry about that. Anyway,
Whoops.
here they are again. So as you can see, we currently have. I'll start with myself, Vallen. I'm Ulfgar. I'm playing a dwarven barbarian, bard. Next to me is Lyssa.
I'm a Lizardfolk Barbarian. And I have Flippy, if you could see him over there, whichever way he is. And he is our little friendly Axebeak helper.
At some point, we're going to have to, on the side of the bard, be like, form of a barbarian, and you end up throwing me or something.
Yeah.
Next to Lyssa is Kellisto, who will not be with us today, so her character will be turned into an NPC and played by the DM at her discretion. And then next to Kellisto is Nerevar.
That's me. I'm playing as Tobias Salazar, who is commanding Arokh Ironscale.
Mm-hmm. And he's also a streamer on Twitch. Check him out, NerevarDZN. Next to him, we have Rorax, who will not be joining us today either. And she's also a streamer and YouTuber. You can find her at RoraxPlays on both platforms. And next to her is Vorn, who's also an NPC. We've got 3 NPCs today and 3 players, so this is going to be fun. Good thing is, one of the players has control over an NPC. Actually, 2, now that I think about it. Right? Lyssa, you've got a bird and a construct right now, don't you?
Yeah.
It's like a whole squad, basically.
All right.
Makes it harder to kill you.
So, as you saw, the beginning on here, pretty much it's more or less the same for the first couple paragraphs that it has been for the past couple weeks here. Just kind of giving you an idea of some of the trials and tribulations that we've gone through, but there have been too many to actually put in a short paragraph down here. But I will put it down at the bottom in the last paragraph and sum up by saying, in an effort to keep a low profile, our group split up and tried meeting in Mesro, a once thriving city now laid to waste. Thought to be uninhabited, the group was unexpectedly seized upon by countless creatures, ultimately forcing them to press on without their friends. Which, of course, their friends are NPCs. Or non-player characters, for those unfamiliar with the term. Hello, those of you in chat, and welcome. And now I turn it over to Kashcah to get us started on our death campaign.
Well, it is about the death curse. There's no promises that I'm going to kill you this week, though. So I think, last we left off, you had encountered quite a few baddies in Mesro. Been dealing with some giant spiders and some sturges, sturges were on the way there. But anyway, you'd had a bunch of kind of bad guys attack you.
Yes.
And decided that after a couple of days of waiting for the Dragonbait and Artus to meet you there, and they hadn't shown up, you decided to move on and leave Mesro without them, and head off to Ataaz Muhahah.
We did leave a note, though. We
You
pinned
did
it
leave
to
a
the
note.
wall.
So yeah, this is where we find ourselves. I think you've been attacked during the night, if I recall correctly, and
Mm-hmm.
and that
More than once.
more than once, maybe. And so that is kind of the early hours of the morning, and I think you decided you've just had enough, so you're heading out. So it's to give you kind of a description. It's the dawn is just kind of breaking, so it's still a little dark. It's kind of dusk time, and It's lightly raining, not too crazy. And so yeah, you're still following the river down. Um, as you travel through the day, what you notice is that the path that you're following alongside the river is the bank down to the river is growing in height and in like how steep it is. So it started off, at the mouth of the river, just a gentle sandy beach, and now it's gotten to be kind of a fairly tall, rocky, steep drop down to the river. So we're gonna move the party along one. The good news about following the river, though, is that it negates you having to make a survival check to see if you get lost.
Which is also a good thing because our main survival check person is away today. Though I guess that's normally Lyssa, though, isn't it, for cartography checks? Oops. I clicked the wrong buttons here, sorry.
So yeah, this, it's not a thing to worry about. The path between Mesro and Ataaz Muhahah is probably about like 2-3 days travel. So what I want to do is, instead of like going through each day, I'm just going to kind of keep you guys moving. So
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, go for it.
As we were interrupted during our sleep last time, spells were expended in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how people's health was, and if we needed to do a short rest before that, or before leaving, or anything like that. I was fine for health. I'm down a few spells, but what about the rest of you?
I was down some HP, but I can use hit dice for that. I don't have spells, so that doesn't bother me.
Well, that's the thing, is that I can actually bolster your hit dice as a bardic ability for a short rest. Yee. But I don't know, Nerevar, were you injured?
I'm fine. Arokh is down.
Arokh was pretty badly beaten up by 2 on top of him at one point.
I was just thinking before we took off that we would probably want to heal up. So
Yeah.
is that okay, Kashcah? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good, really. Like I said, I can use hit points. I know Arokh was pretty beaten up, so.
Aelia did take a bit of damage as well.
Who did?
So. Aelia?
Okay. All right.
Aelia?
Well, I'm assuming that if we just do a short rest for like a half hour, then we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
People can use their hit die. And I've got this. That's difficult to read. I'll kind of read it here. It says, you can use soothing music or oration to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest. If you or any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points by spending hit dice at the end of the short rest, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points. And you can spend your hit dice to regenerate one at a time. So you don't have to like say, I'm going to do 4 of them. You can say, I'm going to do 1, see how I do, roll 2, see how I do, and so on. So on top of that, you can add in a 1d6 if you want to replenish any, because he's going to pull out his bone flute and play for you while you're all kind of chilling out for the few minutes there.
Yeah, that's
we break camp.
Actually, for me, for Arokh, it's more than enough.
Okay.
It was just a scratch.
Okie doke.
Okay.
All right then.
Sounds good. All right. So the day continues. Actually, your first day along the side of the kind of beginnings of this gorge continues without any interruption, and you set up. I'm assuming at night you're setting up the same kind of ritual that you've been doing, where Vaughn is keeping watch and you're setting up your tiny hut and.
Yep.
Okay, so that first night as well, nothing, there's no kind of additional activity, or nothing interrupts your rest. So, that first night you get a full long rest anyway.
So now we're full backup anyway. Okay.
Yep, exactly. So, and the next morning breaks. The rain is a little heavier that morning. And you pack up and set out. It's quite a cloudy, kind of dark day. And you're still following the edge of this gorge. And you come up towards kind of what looks like a small break in the trees, or not really a break, but the trees, the jungle undergrowth and everything just becomes a little bit lighter than it has been. I mean, what you've been doing so far is following like a fairly kind of tight trail. It's like not a lot of space to kind of move around in amongst the jungle vegetation. But as you progressing on your second day, you find you're coming into an area where there's slightly lighter vegetation. And let me have a look at your sheets really quick because I want to see, or maybe you already know. So I just want to have a look at passive perceptions to see who's going to be the first. Kind of notice.
Got a pretty good passive perception.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so it is probably Ulfgar. Ulfgar, you notice the smell of decay. Like it smells like rotting meat or roadkill, or it smells like dead things.
Is this the same smell we got before, just before we ran into the ghast and ghouls?
It's not quite. No, this it doesn't quite smell like that. But a little similar, I would say.
Okay. I'd call the party to a halt quietly and ask Aelia to see if she could detect for any undead in the area. So my nose is a twitch.
It is Eyes of the Grave, so 60 feet. So Aelia concentrates for a moment. You see her eyes kind of she gets this glazed look on her face while she concentrates on this. And she says that she doesn't sense anything yet.
Okay. Would I be able to tell, like, downwind or something, what direction this smell might be coming from?
You think it is like southwestish from you.
Okay.
So you think it is like up ahead of you in the path.
So I'd let the rest of the people know what I think I smell, and kind of a direction of where I think it's coming from. Does it seem to be further down the path that we're on?
Make a perception check. You think it's from that general direction, but you're not sure, like, if it's on your path directly or not.
Okay.
Do you want me to try to sneak ahead and see what I can find, or send Vorn? I mean, because, he's so quiet.
Maybe Vorn stays here. Do you think Arokh might be able to have a peek from above?
Let's see.
I imagine he'd be a bit quieter, though he could be spotted by something.
Yeah, Arokh is able to, if you want Arokh to kind of fly up above the area that you're walking towards.
Yeah, correct. He's going to take a look from the sky.
Okay. Let me move you over to the map, and you'll see what Arokh sees generally.
Arokh, what do your dragon eyes see? Ugh. Ooh. That's an encouraging sight.
Oh, so inviting.
So this is, generally what he sees. Some dead things.
All right.
Like dead.
Then
They will stay dead.
If he's flying up above the trees, we'll make a perception check for Arokh and see like how much detail. Let's see how much detail he can make out. This is what he generally sees, and I can. Okay. He's not able to really tell from the height, from flying height, if these things are dead or not.
So does Arokh come back to tell us, or does he have a telepathic link with you or anything? I don't know.
Keep in mind, you guys are further back than this represents on the map at the moment. So
Yup.
you're not kind of like.
Yeah, he's definitely going back.
Okay. So yeah, Arokh comes and lands, next to the party again. And
Well,
reports
what
back
did you
to
see?
everybody.
Not a very pleasant sight. Just pile of corpses.
Did you see anything dangerous?
Cannot tell.
I go to take a couple steps forward to see if I can see anything.
Let's be cautious about it. Shh.
You just turn back. I'm like, shrug my shoulders.
Have Vorn follow us, but at a distance. And we'll try and
What
approach
distance?
with caution.
Like when you say at a distance, is he staying like 20, 30 feet back or?
That's all I said. It's up to her how far.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'll just have him stay about 10 feet back from behind us as we go.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, there's so far whatever's there hasn't come back because Aelia would have probably sensed it by now. And I'm like, and I already stepped on a tree branch, so something might know we're here. Just to let y'all know.
Yeah, I forgot stealth checks. There we go. So yeah, I suppose whoever's interested and willing, we would all approach with caution to try and find out what's going on if there are any survivors.
I would rather ask about advise Aelia, because I do remember that she make some sort of ritual that determines if our actions have good or bad consequences.
I look at you, I'm like, not the bones again.
Let me see. I think is it this one? Is it that one? Hang on one sec. Let me read this. Nope, that's not it. Nope.
Nope, what?
I'm trying to find this the
hang
thing
on.
that she was doing. And
Hang on, I'm scrolling. I'm not scrolling fast enough.
Wasn't it a spell or an ability of the...
is it just guidance?
No,
Is that?
no, that's a cantrip.
I know it's not spare the dying.
It was I think it was an ability that she had.
Yeah, I think so.
Got Eyes of the Grave, Path to the Grave.
Gravy on the grave.
What is this one?
It was Augury.
Gotcha.
Maybe it was a
Ow.
spell. Yeah.
Where is that? Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. This. Okay, so GM chooses from the following options. Yeah, I'm afraid. So she takes a minute to do this. And you see her kind of she brings her little pouch of bones out, and you guys are kind of familiar with this by now because she's done this quite a few times, and says the incantation to it, and scatters them on the ground, and then takes a minute to kind of interpret what the scattering of the bones means, and says, she says it seems like a mixture. She says there's good and bad ahead of us.
I assume the good that will be loot or eventual goods that we might find.
Maybe.
I'm like, loot? Okay, so I'll just go ahead and take another step forward.
Meanwhile, Kellisto's already out there.
I'm walking up to about there to see.
Okay, so make a perception check, Valia. Okay. You swear you see one of the people move. Like this guy over here. Looks like he kind of moves a little bit.
Okay. I look back and I just point at them and kind of like thumbs up, like okay. I don't want to say anything, but
Come back.
yeah. I'll take my javelin out, and this is probably gonna be bad, but I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna go ahead and step out from here to try to, like right there, see if I can see anything better.
Okay. So what you do notice is you're getting closer, as you're stepping closer and closer to these, what look like dead or dying people in front of you, and there's just flies like everywhere, and it really does smell pretty. It smells like death and rotting and decay, and the flies are just like they're just all around you. They're buzzing, and you can see them like on the corpse in front of you, crawling over this person's face, and you're fairly sure that this one is dead because flies are just crawling over the face, crawling in and out of like the nose and the ears, and there just seems to be a mass of insect all around these corpses.
Okay.
Well, you're not quite sure about the one over there. You definitely think you saw some movement of some kind.
Alright, I'm gonna take a chance. Can I sneak around to about there and see if I can check him?
Tobias just nudging Ulfgar. Can you detect life?
No, I can detect magics. And
Yeah.
thinking that he'd want to be within about 30 feet of her, just in case he needs to cast a healing spell. So Ulfgar would stay within about 30 feet. I don't know that this map would support that, but I'm just stating that. That's
30 feet of Valia?
Of Valia, yeah.
Okay, so what? 10, 20, yeah, where you're at right now is about 30 feet back from Valia. So Vaughn is actually like just off the map.
All right.
So he's like 10 feet behind you.
There we go. I'm going to put myself so that we're kind of covered a little bit by some of the
All right, let's put more
plantation.
over here. So just giving that.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Callisto's gonna hang back here.
Flippy, come here, bird.
So how you, Valia, when you say you're gonna check the corpses, what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna carefully kneel down and check the one that I thought was moving.
So are you like taking a pulse or like?
I'm
Taking
just
a
gonna
taste?
I'm just gonna take the end of my javelin and kind of nudge him to see if I can get a groan out of him or anything.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
And I'll be ready in case like something comes out. Just
Okay. Yeah. So as you nudge him, yeah, there is you see
figured as much.
The heck? Oh.
Figured it wasn't him moving. Probably whatever was inside eating him was moving. Danger sense, yay!
Well, you just got eaten. You're gone.
yeah, it kind of escalates, right? So
A mole or a bug?
so they're
Flies.
Yeah, you see, it kind of escalates, right? So you nudge him with your javelin, and the body kind of rolls, and it just releases this kind of swarm of insects, and you see out from under this corpse crawls all these centipedes and beetles, and they're kind of like a bit bigger than you're used to, and they seem pretty pissed off that you've like disturbed their dinner. And it just, as soon as one group like starts kind of moving around, it seems to disturb like just all these other insects that were having having their dinner basically. So these insects just kind of like here, I'm gonna actually just move this one so it's not right on top. So these insects just kind of, it just escalates. The more insects move, the more, it just kind of like escalates into this until you've got like these kind of large groups of insects who are now going to start attacking you. So, how does your danger sense work? Can you remind me?
It is, let me find it here. I can sense when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving me an edge on dodge.
Okay. So yeah, you definitely sense things aren't as they should be.
So that I'll be able to kind of step back at least one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just yell out, bugs! Lots of bugs! I don't know if they can hear me, but that's what I'm going to yell out. And just get ready.
Okay. Yeah, you guys hear, and you're about 30 feet away. You hear Valia yelling.
Bugs.
Exactly what she said.
Bugs! Lots of bugs! Bugs!
Do we see like the large amount of bugs that she's talking about, or do we just hear her saying bugs, bugs, lots of bugs?
No, you can see. So it was kind of this haze. So from a bit further back, it was kind of just this haze of like flying insects that were over these dead bodies, right? And and then suddenly it kind of like escalated pretty quickly, and now the air is like filled with them. And actually, from your vantage point, having two swarms in between you and Valia, you can barely make out her shape because there are so many insects that have just taken off, and you see that it's almost like the whole ground in those spots, the whole ground is just moving with like beetles and centipedes just moving forward towards Valia. So these two, why don't we roll some initiative here, actually?
Damn it.
That's all right. We can roleplay this. We don't need to roll initiative.
All right.
All the bugs get burned to death and we're fine. The end.
Yeah.
Yay, my initiative. Again.
Oh no. Doesn't sound good.
Good thing you got that danger sense.
Yeah.
Callisto. Hang on.
Ugh.
It's a little bit longer because I gotta roll some other people as well.
Oh.
And this, we can see. Okay, and then the bugs.
It's fine.
Come on, bugs, roll lower than a 4. Oh, God.
Rude.
So, by the way, while
the
she's
way.
doing that, I'm going to share with the rest of you guys. Kashcah pointed out that she gave this to us at the beginning, and I never knew we had it. We've got a quest log that we can type in. Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot
Yes.
Born.
There's no use for this.
Almost forgot Born. How could I almost forget him?
On the
I don't know
way.
how he's gonna deal with bugs. I don't know. He's gonna try and swat at them with his giant fists of bornness. Hang on. I need to click that. And then click this. And then click that. Whoop. Oh my god.
I don't know spell waylaid. Bye.
That's what I get for almost forgetting it. Okay. Alright. Is that everybody? Have I got everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Boop.
Save changes. Done. There we go. Quest log. On the way to Ataaz Muhahah, we were waylaid by insect swarms on several corpses.
Wow. Look at you.
I'm
I just
sorry.
put attacked by gross bugs.
Oh, is it different for each person? It's not a shared quest log?
No, I see yours. Mine's not on
Oh,
there.
I see.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Alright. So, so these insects are going to attack you, and then we're going to go in turn order. Just the two that are next to you, though. The others are not going to swarm you quite that quickly.
Uncanny dodge. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
So they kind of they act as one. So they're going to bite you, basically.
Bite, sting,
And
Nope.
pierce.
that probably misses. And that one, does that one hit?
Yeah, that one just hit.
Oh.
Alright, so that's those two. Alright, so now back. Let's go in turn order from here on out. Arokh sees, the air and the ground just come alive with beetles and flies and centipedes and all kinds of gross things. Well, depending on your point of view.
Damn it. Valia is kind of in the way.
She's not in the way. You're thinking breath attack, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because he could still move. I mean, he could go through difficult terrain and stuff, right? Like, go over here, maybe, and then bleh.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's 60-foot cone.
That's fine.
Or
so it'd
line.
be like, bleh.
Brave weapon.
Or better yet, just aim this way, and you'll be sure to get everything important.
Of course.
So you do, as Arokh moves forward, you and Valia, you notice this as well. Just a little sidebar while you're deciding. There are not only are there these corpses, but you seem to like step on and move some bones as well underfoot. So it's kind of like I don't know. It almost looks like this is like a dumping ground for dead bodies. Like
Their version of a hog farm.
There's
Oh.
definitely like yes, exactly. Like they would-
Cut through bones like butter.
no, but whatever's eating these dead bodies is leaving the bones. So.
Uh-oh. Everybody's like cutting out on me all of a sudden. Hold on. My connection's still good, but I can't hear anybody. Oh no. Am I still streaming? That is the question. Whoa. Sorry, folks, technical difficulties.
God damn it.
Hey, we can still talk via text. This may yet turn into a text adventure. Oh, Discord is crashing. Wonderful. So, here you go, folks. We get right into a battle, and things just go crazy. This might be things. It's weird. Oh yeah, the connection rate has dropped. Interesting. So this might be bad. Discord, no. That's anticlimactic indeed. So, I hope that our watching are still enjoying the episode.
I think it's back.
Oh!
Yes, yeah, we're back.
Hey! Who cast the magic spell? I want to thank them personally.
Right. It's having a bit of a hiccup today. It's
Yep.
having a fit all week.
Poor Discord.
All right,
It's
back to
over.
live streaming, folks. Let's do this.
All right.
Bugs.
So there were bones
Bug.
under your feet.
Hang on, let
Bugs.
me grab. Stop the. Oh,
That's right. Yeah, he was going.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ah. I guess them to a
this
cover.
this
Nice.
way, this way.
This way.
So rude.
You can do the cone. I mean, if it hits me, I've got enough HP to take it. Just yell at a rock. Just cone them. Just get them out of here. I can take it.
It's just like,
I think that will count as 30-foot cone,
mm-hmm.
like this.
Yeah, 'cause I think the it would
Draw
like
shape.
spread out like that. Bleh. Bleh.
It will be something like this.
Let's get rid of my.
Not that shape. Freehand. Falling
Yes,
on line.
I
Oh,
agree. No,
yeah,
Yep.
something like that.
Cone
that
that.
looks good.
More like this.
just
Come
had to take that 5-foot step back, didn't you, Valia?
Okay, he's going to use his brave weapon. He's going to torch them
Okay.
into ash.
Do it. That's pretty good.
Yep, that hits.
Yeah, it'll be fire damage.
Okay. All right. So you hear the sound of 1,000 bugs crying out, and there's also a fairly weird noise. It's almost like popcorn. Like.
Excellent.
I didn't realize that it was that we're in Alderaan. You know, they were suddenly silenced.
Yes. And you suddenly feel like 6 million eyes turn to look at you. You killed our friends. So the swarms do seem to reduce in number a bit,
Hooray!
for sure. Okay.
Just keep scribbling, and eventually they'll disappear, right?
They'll just all die, maybe. Alright, on to Kellisto. She's gonna wait and see what Ulfgar does. So,
Are you kidding? Ulfgar's gonna be a dork.
Flippy.
Flippy's gonna move up.
Okay.
He's gonna move up to about there and kind of squawk at me, just, as he's freaking out. Like all he sees is bugs, and he does like bugs. But he can hear me going, "No, don't come over here." he'll just wait a few minutes.
Okay. He's like snapping at some of them in the air.
Yeah, the little flies that are just kind of hanging out. He's like eating.
Damn sky
Sky raisins.
Damn sky raisins. Alright. Does Aelia have any kind of 1 second. I'm just gonna. Oh, she can do Sacred Flame, I think.
Sacred Flame.
Is that a? I have no idea what I'm doing here with. Ooh, that's the wrong thing. Is the Sacred Flame's a? Hang on, let me read this. Makes dexterity throw, takes radiant damage, 60 feet. Okay, that's what Aelia's gonna do.
Okay.
So she's gonna kind of move up close to Flippy and do Sacred Flame on these bugs. Well, she can only do. It's not a area, so she's just gonna pick the closest one here, and this one is gonna make a dex save, maybe. No, it's not. So they take 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
Okie-doke. But there isn't a thing. Okay, fine.
It actually increased by 1d8 as she's 5th level or above, so it's 2d8.
Oh, yeah. So it's 2d8. Okay. Thank you. Whoop. So this one takes another 5 damage. Okay. So that's Ayla's turn. Now the swarm of insects gets to retort.
Oh!
This one, that Ayla just attacked, is going to move up and attack back. Gonna bite at Aelia. But still has. Okay, so that hits, and Aelia takes 8 damage. Ouch.
If only we had that bug repellent that I gave to the diseased encampment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, they don't really bother me with my scales, but
This one's gonna move up to Arokh and also do a bite. Does 14 hit Arokh?
14. No.
Okay, good stuff. Okay, doke. Then these two are going to wait. This beats. Yeah. Okay, so these two are going to move up to Valia and bite again. First bite
yeah.
and second bite.
Oh.
Okay, that's the bugs. Ulfgar, what you got?
Not much now. Let's see. All right, I've got a plan. Ulfgar tells Kellisto, "Get that damn bird under control. He's gonna get itself killed." And then he is going to try and move.
That's sky raisins.
Over here.
Okay.
So let's see if I can actually move him. There. He's going to bonus action inspire Valia.
Okay.
At the same time, he'll say, "Valia, incoming!" And he blows the horn, gives her inspiration, and then casts Thunderwave on her. Specifically, this area here.
Okay.
So therefore getting 2 of them, but also getting her, but also giving her, that extra benefit, perhaps, that might come in handy.
Rude.
Yeah, pretty much. He knows she could take it. She probably has before. So let's see. Thunderwave. Before I choose the level of which I cast it, what kind of damage have they been taking from what I've seen so far? Do they seem to have not been taking much damage from the attacks?
No, I mean, you saw Arokh attack with fiery damage, and that seemed to have a nice effect, and Ayla's also seemed to work as normal.
And do they seem to be thinning out a lot, or just some bugs are dying, and that's about it.
No, they're thinning out. Fine. Yeah, they're
Alright.
probably
You do
overall reduced by maybe like a third.
All right. So, Foos row, he'd do a second level
Okay.
and submit. And the DC is 15 to take half damage.
Okay. So con saves from. So we've got 2 bugs here, right? 2 bugs. Okay.
I don't need to use the inspiration. Okay. Still take half, but.
Oh, and that one is fine.
And is it 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
so I take 5.
it's 12. It's 2 plus 10.
Oh, okay. So I take 6.
All right. So one of them. So this one back here takes full damage and is pushed back 10 feet.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting. How do you push a swarm of bugs back 10 feet?
Well, the entire swarm, I guess.
Okay. Alright, so it gets kind of, where are you? You're there. So it gets kind of pushed back to like here-ish.
Sure.
And then this one takes half damage and is not pushed. So.
All right, I'm going to delete that square now. There we go.
Okay, thank you.
How do you delete stuff?
You select it. If you click on it.
You have to have your pointer selected as well.
Yeah.
Like move.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So then Tobias.
What would Tobias do?
Breath attack. No, I'm kidding.
He sees that whacking these bugs will also won't do any good. So this is becoming mainstream for me. he's going to cast a guiding bolt on.
Okay.
It's a good spell. It gives people advantage if you hit and it lives.
That hits.
Like that.
10 radiant damage.
Nice.
Okay, this does seem to reduce the bug population. There's very little movement from this swarm now.
That was very wide shot.
Nice move. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
So that one now has advantage for people that attack it.
Okay.
Do I have any options?
You could. I don't think you've moved, right? So you could move or do a bonus action.
Was anybody hurt?
Valia. And
Valia.
maybe Arokh? I don't know if Arokh was.
No, Arokh wasn't.
And Aelia did take a bit of damage as well.
Oh, that's right.
Maybe I'll be able to use a healing word on Valia.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Healing word. So you are gaining 3 hit points.
This is always good.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And Valia, it is now your turn.
I feel after being, nudged, I just kind of like growl. I'm like, I'll deal with you later. And I yell, Vorn, come swat some bugs. And then I'll attack the swarm in front of me.
Okay.
You start seeing Vorn walking forward going like this.
Going to bite them.
That hit.
Nice.
So you're actually biting them?
Yeah. Yeah,
The
I mean,
mouth full
even
of
the
them.
javelin would be about the same. My second attack. That.
Okay.
And
Yep,
then
this-
unarmed attack. I'm gonna use inspiration. No, I won't. I'll wait. There's my damage for unarmed.
Okay.
You can use the inspiration as damage too. Don't forget.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
I'll add that to that. So there's 15.
Here, I'll do that. There you go.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
my inspiration to add to the damage from unarmed.
Okay. It does seem to be kind of tricky to like to bite things that are like tiny.
Yeah.
You know. You definitely kill some of them, but not quite as many as like you would. You know, it's just tricky to kind of attack a swarm with
Right.
something like that. So yeah, but that swarm, there's very little life left in it.
Okay, and that's all I have.
Okay.
And just, yeah, I don't have time to yell at Flippy either, so.
Alright. And what was your direction to Vaughn one more time?
To come just, to just come swat some bugs.
What bugs? Okay. So let's see how. So he has a movement of 30 feet. So 5. Let me get my little ruler here. So if he's gonna. Yeah, he can't make it over to any of the others, so he is just gonna move up to this one. And you see his big Vaughn fist just kind of come down and try and punch. It's quite comical actually. It's like trying to punch a swarm of bugs. So yeah. Oh, but he does hit, and this one, having very little life left in it, is murdered. Oh, yeah. There we go. So Vaughn
Yay.
squashes the rest, what's left of that swarm of insects. All right. So Arokh again.
He got enough steam to do fire attack again, but there's Valia in the way. Damn it.
You know she's doing it on
Nice.
purpose, right?
How is it your dex, Valia?
Are you feeling lucky?
Pretty sure I can take it. And if I can't, y'all can bring me back, so, you know.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm pretty sure I can take it.
Okay.
Not metagaming at all, but, you know.
Critical hit! Yay!
Suddenly the time, sensitivity of this becomes a really big thing.
It's alright, it's just a deck save, right? Critical fail.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Okay, in that case, you just hear a quick shout out from Arokh. Duck!
Actually, it's for like, duh!
20 points of damage.
The breath weapon is an automatic hit, right?
Yeah, and those who are in radius, they can make a dex save.
Okay, gotcha. So let's
For
move
half
from
of damage.
front to
Oh,
back. Here.
so this would work with her danger sense ability.
Oh, there you go.
So you have
This one
advantage to
fails.
dodge out the way. Good thing you've got advantage to dodge out the way.
Yeah, definitely. Are you heroes? My party's trying to kill me today!
Just making sure you're awake.
Can I guess I can dodge here without them getting an attack?
Yes.
Okay.
So this one, Do you know what the DC is for, like, what they have to meet as far as their dexterity rolls?
DC is equal 8 plus the Idol Constitution modifier plus Idol's proficiency bonus. Hang on.
So 13 probably
Or
doesn't make it.
hang on. Brave weapon. DC 8 plus Constitution modifier.
13 might actually.
9. It will be 11.
Yep. So they take half damage.
You know what though? Yeah, this finishes this group anyway.
Let me add this DC for the ability, so I won't lose it.
Thanks. And then this last one, dex save for the last one, and they make it. So, they had a little bit more life left in them. Oop. Can I? No. What's going on? Hang on. There we go. I'll move it back. Hang on, don't worry. So they make it. So that's 2 hit points down. That was a bit weird. I think I was okay. There we go. All right. So one swarm is again that lovely like popcorn noise and one swarm is just burnt to a crisp basically. What was left of it, and then the one behind it does seem to have taken some damage as well, and the one directly in front obviously did. Okie doke. Does Arokh want to move at all, or is he sticking where he's at?
He would like to use Bite as a bonus action along with Swallow Whole.
Okay.
on this insects in front of him.
Okay.
Bite. Hit? Or no?
Yep, that hit. Okay. So, alright, so they definitely take some damage. But again, it's just really difficult to kind of to bite like and swallow whole a group of insects. So he's able to swallow like a chunk of them, but as he bites them, they're all like crawling out of his mouth almost as fast as he can swallow them. So now he's just got kind of this like he swallows some of them, but he's got like a kind of insect on his face now as well. It's really kind of disturbing. He's got like a centipede crawling up round his like eye, and yep. So as he bites down into them,
he's just trying to shake them off.
Yeah, it's kind of disturbing.
See Ulfgar be like, I can clean that off, just hold on. Foos, roll.
Duck.
Like where?
So Kellisto's gonna move. Can she get over there? Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. Yeah, she can sneak in beside you there. So Kellisto's gonna sneak in here and use her thorn whip on. Does that do a thing?
Nice.
So damage? Or does that? Oh, okay. Hang on, let me just click. Oh, really? Okay.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah. Okay. So this one takes and what kind of piercing? Okay. So one takes a little bit of damage from the thorn whip. Again, it's just kind of tricky to she manages to squash a few bugs with this, but it's just tricky to attack a swarm, Okay. That's Kellisto. Flippy?
He's just gonna run in, ignore me yelling at him, and he's gonna try to hit at that.
Oh, I think that misses actually. Yep, that misses.
More hopping and jumping and chomping.
Yeah, he's just chomping around. So that's all Flippy has.
Okey-doke. Ayla is going to. Wait, hang on. Oh, that's Flippy. Okay. She's gonna do another thing of Sacred Flame, I think.
Sacred Flame.
Oh, sorry, I have to do that because I cannot remember all of this stuff. Okay, so this one gets a dex save then. Fails miserably. So it gets 2d8 damage. So which, she could roll horribly and, but let's see. Okay, so she manages to actually finish this swarm.
Nice.
Oh, except my thing is, hang on, it's in the way. So much stuff on the screen. Okay, there we go. So last swarm remaining. Is going to the swarm's gonna move up and try and bite Valia one last time. Misses. Okay. That's the swarms done. Ulfgar.
Let's see. I think no idea how good or bad the piercing weapon's going to be, but Ulfgar's gonna move up, try attacking those critters with his rapier, and trying to and also do a healing word on his little lizardy friend that he kind of foos rode. So let's see. I'll do the healing word. You can do it just at level 1, unless it says otherwise. Yeah. So, boop. So she regains 7 health. And then he does a regular attack on the insect swarm. Not knowing if it's going to be effective or not, but still try and stab and swipe as best he can for 7 points of piercing.
Okay. Yeah, again, it's just kind of difficult to damage swarm of insects with a rapier, but you do manage to kind of pierce a few, and yep. So could everybody make a perception check for me, please?
Everyone?
Yes. And Jimmy, we're gonna have Aelia make one.
What about Vorn?
Okay. So, Ulfgar, are you?
I did. I was the first
Oh,
one.
you did. Okay, I see it. Sorry. And then Kellisto. Let's do one for Kellisto. Just what she sees. What do your elf eyes see, Kellisto? Okay.
Half druid, thank you.
So I think actually this makes sense, right? Because Tobias is kind of like further back here. So everybody that's kind of up close in this fight here sees. It looks like the ground is moving again, but actually not. Maybe not so much the ground as the bones themselves.
Ayla? I thought you said there weren't any undead in the area.
So
that's supposed to be moving like that.
Okay. You were, yeah, okay. So Tobias, but yeah, you don't see the bones moving, but you do see that there's this one last swarm of insects that is mostly dead.
Do I feel the ground moving or something?
Nope. Unfortunately, with a 6, no.
Okay then. I have one spell left, so I would like to save it.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I'm
There's
just gonna
something
move these bugs out of the way for no reason whatsoever.
Well, they were turned into ash, mostly. Or pummeled.
Yeah, I would like to move closer to Aelia and Kellisto.
Okay.
And that will be it.
Okay. And Valia.
Okay, I yell at Vorn to scoot in and start crushing these bones as I realize that they're moving, and then I'm gonna attack the last swarm the best I can. Nope, that's my first one.
Okay.
There's my second one,
That one hits.
and then my unarmed.
And you don't have to actually. That bite
Okay.
finishes them off.
Okay, and then I look around. I'm like, we really should probably get out of here. I don't know what is fixing. These bones are moving. I don't like it. We need to get out. I think that's it.
You're not going to try and move?
Yeah, I'll move back one.
Okay. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Okay. Alright.
I'm so zoomed in. Every time I scroll a little bit more, I see another skeleton. And another skeleton. Crap, there's another one. Shit.
There's piles of bones. I can do nothing about. So Vaughn, he's gonna kind of follow you, I guess. So he's kind of moving there.
Yeah, I was telling him to crush the bones that he sees.
Okay.
Hopefully he'll just stomp on them.
As you guys are, as you guys are kind of moving, it's just like, just like Children of the Hydra's teeth. If you're,
Yeah.
so these bones start kind of getting up.
So they're like skeletons?
Yep.
Oh.
So the one right in front of you, yep, Ella, there's a couple that get up right in front.
The
You
pile.
just hear me say, I can't bite that.
The pile of people I'm standing on, none of them happen to look like artists in Dragon Butt, do they?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think to look at them. I was just so busy like, uh-oh.
I'm gonna move these. They're not standing on people. But under Arokh's feet, the ground kind of moves a bunch, and then
No, Flippy.
Oh no, it's gonna get hefted. Flippy's surrounded. No.
and let's give these guys an initiative. Get rid of that now. Skellies have a terrible initiative. There we go. Okay. So they are kind of getting up, so that I'm gonna leave this turn as them assembling themselves. Like my arm goes here, head goes around here, and so they're as these guys kind of, it is just like something from like a zombie movie or like Children of the Hydra's teeth from, is that Jason and the Argonauts, right? Isn't that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So, where they just kind of like get up out of the ground and they're just kind of pulling their bodies like out from under the dirt, and well, not bodies, but their bones out from under the dirt. Most of them were just kind of, you could see bits of them poking up out of the dirt, but were somewhat buried in the dirt. So this round, that's what they're doing. They're just kind of pulling themselves up, and you hear this kind of bone creaking and grating against each other as these skeletons rise up from the ground. So that's what they're doing at the moment, and there's one right in front of Arokh doing this. So, Arokh, it is your turn.
Seeing that these bizarre bones are assembling, he's going to smack them. The one in front of them with a tail slap.
Okay.
Slappy slap.
I think so that is, but unfortunately that does miss the skeleton. So I think just the kind of surprise and shock of like the skeleton just standing up in front of him just kind of takes Arokh a little off guard and causes him to miss his tail slap.
Didn't it kind of assemble itself partially underneath him?
Right, yeah. He's also a little off balance from...
as a bonus action, he's going to try to bite it.
Okay.
How big is he? How big is this skeleton?
He's about human size, so he's about
medium,
5+ feet tall. Yeah.
Uh,
So he's medium size. His size categories go. So that also misses. Yeah.
He's shook.
yeah.
He is shook. Arokh is shook. Kellisto is going to strike at this one with her scimitar, and then with her bonus action, she's going to oh my gosh, wow, that misses. The bonus action, she's going to get her flame blade up. Okay, that's Kellisto. Flippy.
Poor Flippy. He doesn't have a choice but to fight.
It's a Flippy sandwich at the moment.
Yeah. If he tries to move, they're gonna get to swipe him, right?
Go
Yep.
Flippy.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
he's
Flippy manages to land the first hit on the skeleton.
He's our clutch warrior with wizard constitution and health. Is he attacking a second time?
That was his damage.
23 damage?
Hold on. Why is it not?
I like Flippy all of a sudden.
Sorry. There you go.
That's actually still respectable. I was expecting
my
like a 2.
shortcut. Yeah, my shortcut was freaking out there.
That was good.
Yeah, you see Flippy do a tremendous chomp on the skeleton. Oh, sorry, which one was he attacking? The one in front of Arokh or the one?
Yeah, the one in front of Arokh.
Okay.
8 damage.
Yeah, Flippy does this enormous, just breaks into the skelly with his beak, and the skelly takes a big chunk of damage from it. The skelly does not look good. He's kind of teetering, wobbling a little bit. Alright, Aelia is... Oh, and Flippy's gonna stay where he's at, right?
Yeah, I don't want to take a chance of them. They're going to swipe at him anyway, but...
So now I need to understand. Perhaps somebody can help me. Right, the clericiness. Turning undead.
Oh, yes. Well, she's got special abilities being what she can. She might be able to automatically straight out destroy.
I know she did have a thing, but not being here, hang on.
So
Okay, 1 sec.
okay.
La, la, la,
Actually, as a
la.
standard cleric, she can straight out destroy depending on their challenge level.
Okay, so a turn creature. Okay. Destroy undead. That's right. Okay, so when undead half or lower fails at saving throw against turn, it's instantly destroyed instead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they get to make a saving throw against turn undead. So Aelia kind of is gonna move up to around there. And let's see what her spell DC is. Okay. Alright, so they and it's wisdom, right, for the turn undead?
It should be, yeah.
Wisdom saving throw on their part. Okay. They suck at this. Alright. So is there a limit to how many she can hit? Do you know?
Hold on. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so it's within 30 feet. Alright. Well, she's got a whole bunch here within 30 feet. Move this.
But she has a limited number of the abilities to channel divinity. So
Yeah, they are in the range.
So then she can make them all make wisdom saving throws?
yep. So she can only do this once, and then she has to do a short rest at least.
Okay. Well, it seems like now's as good a time as any, right?
Yes, I would agree.
Alright, let's see how many of them. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on.
8. Unless you're counting more of the skeletons on the ground, but there's 8 at the moment.
Thank you. Nope, not Aelia's wisdom. Ellie's wisdom. 7, 8. Wow.
So I think only one passed, right?
Yep, only one pass. Okay. So she wipes out a bunch of these guys.
Which one does she not kill?
Right. It's gonna be. I'm just gonna say the one furthest actually. So let me take that X off that one over there. This one is not killed. Oh, so much clicking. Ugh. Right. So that's Ayla's turn though. So
Flippy's safe. The important thing, Flippy is safe.
so Ulfgar. There is
Uh,
one Skelly left. One lonely Skelly. Killed all his friends.
so, whoops, sorry. I can do what, this?
Yep, that's you.
Yeah, I can move there.
Okay.
I can move through friendly space and all, but still. He will run over here and attack, with his rapier, which probably a pointy weapon against a skeleton, not gonna be, no, natural one. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I guess that's it. He'll give inspiration to Tobias. There you go.
Okay.
Great.
Tobias, it is your turn.
Yeah, it is.
Which, if you want to know what to do with that inspiration, there you go.
Attack saving, weapon damage.
You can choose one of those. Whenever you do.
Good thing that I preserved that last spell for today. Of course, it's going to be a Radiant Guiding Bolt.
Well, if that's radiant damage, that's going to be good damage. Extra.
Only if hits.
Well, this is why you have inspiration to help with that.
That hits.
She's not even gonna let you know. No, you hit. It's done.
That Skelly. Yeah, that Skelly is also done. You just obliterate it with the guiding bolt spell. But you kind of look around calmly, disappointed that actually the ground is still moving.
Yeah, I was about to say, wave 2 complete. Where's wave 3?
Here come some of the friends. Okay, so these guys, do the same thing. They're kind of creaking of bones, and as the dirt, they kind of brush the dirt, or the dirt gets moved aside as they kind of unbury themselves from below the ground. Oh, Valia.
I am going to back up one, and I'm going to just yell and scream, try to make enough noise for them to be attracted to where I'm at. And I'm going to ready my action for the first one that gets within my melee range, and I'll attack it.
Ho ho.
And I'll yell at Vorn, get ready to attack any of these skeletons.
Sorry about the sneeze. Okay. All right.
She's trying not to get fired by the dragon again, or thunderstruck. I see what you're doing. Okay.
It's Kelly's turn. Ooh, I'm on the wrong line. There we go. So I'm gonna move this. I'm just gonna move this Kelly out of the way for now. Whoop. And because this Skelly moves up, standing on his friend. And I'm just going to do 1d3. So Flippy is 1, Kellisto 2, and Arokh 3. And we'll see.
Oh no.
Come on,
not Flippy.
1d3. He's attacking Kellisto. So. And he misses. Skeletons suck. So, this one is gonna move over here to Valia. This one's gonna rush up here.
Double stab. Triple stab.
Okay, I get to attack them too, so.
Okay, so first one to attack Valia. Oh, the Skelly actually did damage. He's a hero among his people.
That depends if he survives her attack.
None of them have managed to touch you yet, so Skelly's like going down in Skelly Legends.
Yeah.
Alright, so this other one's going to attack Vorn because he really does not. Let's see, what's his intelligence? Yeah, he's definitely just attacking her.
Big guy attack.
Right, that's Vorn's. Yeah, he does not even come close to hitting. And then this last one's going to attack Ulfgar. And I don't think that hits either.
Nope.
Okay, so that's the skeleton's turn. So Ulfgar's just gonna smash the one that tried to stab him. Punch.
You mean Vorn, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, Vorn, not Ulfgar. Whoops, my bad.
After that, I get my attack on this one.
Oh, this skeleton just gets completely. I mean, he's like bone meal now. He just gets completely crushed by Vorn's massive. Just comes down on the skeleton and just smooshes him right back into the ground, pretty much.
Guardian smash.
I get my attack.
Wait, what's that for?
So do I get my attack on this one since that's what I was holding my action for?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. Okay, I'm
So excited.
I'm just gonna go ahead and bite him. I really don't have much else other than a javelin.
Okay. That hits just. So he does take some damage. Oh, that
Oops.
one.
And then my unarmed attack.
Okay. That hits.
Jeez, man. Come on, rolls. And that's all I have.
The skeleton, you take a chunk out of him with the bite, part of his torso, breaks away, and then with the unarmed attack, he gets, some bludgeoning damage. Oh, actually, hang on one second. He does have vulnerability to bludgeoning. Does that mean he takes more than...
Vulnerability means...
The unarmed is more of a claw, because I don't really punch things, so...
Okay.
It might be bludgeoning. It depends on how you want to do it.
I'm gonna just leave it at the straight 4 for now, because if it was claw, then he would be kind of piercing, which he... okay, anyway.
Yeah, I just figured an unarmed attack for her anyway, because she's a lizard person with some claws. She'd just kind of smack them or something,
Mm-hmm.
So.
But he still is this skelly. They're not too smart skellies. So he's still kind of giving you this toothy grin, and he just kind of grinds his teeth against each other a little bit.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And looks at you with the hollow, Right, he's kind of looking at you with no eyes, right? It's pretty disturbing.
Oh, that's like a special attack by a skeleton ever. That the best one ever. That would just unsettle me to no end.
Oh, wow.
Alright, so hang on, let me move you in the turn order. Okay.
Special legendary attack, teeth grind. Oh!
Several party members fail their saves. Drop to the ground going, oh!
Alright. Arokh.
So Arokh is going to use again Tail Slap.
Okay.
In addition to trip him.
Okay. That hit.
Yeah.
Alright. He takes a chunk of damage to
5 bludgeoning.
In addition to that, he is knocked down.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So he's prone right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he must do the dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay. Alright, so...
And I have to calculate DC again for this, damn it. 8 plus strength or dexterity modifier.
Strength.
Okay. This dexterity will be 10, will be 12.
Okay, he fails. So he is on the ground. Let's see if we can find a nice, prone thing here. I don't know.
And for those that don't know, what prone means is if attacked by a ranged attack, you're at disadvantage. If attacked with a melee weapon, then it's at advantage. And they have to use half their movement to get up. Is that a boot?
It's a boot. I don't know.
Gave him the boot.
Did Arokh want to do anything else?
As bonus action, he's going to claw it.
Fantastic. That hits. Oh, okie doke. He takes some damage from that. Alright, he's not looking so great. Still got some life left in him.
And in addition to that, he's grabbed.
Grappled.
Yeah.
Is he... I think... Wait, how is he grabbed? Is it like an automatic grapple?
Yeah, automatic grapple. Actually, he's knocked down and he's grappled by tail.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You're going fast, going. Oh, gotcha. Tail slap. Yeah. Roger that.
But just
And smaller, so absolutely. So he's kind of wrapped up in this tail. So
he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he has no movement to go anywhere.
Okay. So Kellisto decides that Arokh's got this under control. So she's gonna kind of try and wrangle Flippy out of here. So So, and she feels like, as well, that the skeleton cannot make an attack while he's grappled. So she wrangles Flippy away. So that's going to be what she's doing. Is Flippy going to go with Kellisto, or is Flippy useless?
I think he would fight her.
Oh
Give her
no!
strength. I can give him a strength check if you want.
Sure.
Just a straight up strength or a
Yeah,
save.
let's do a little opposed strength.
You could have it with her animal handling skill instead, if that's better.
Yeah, that's true.
Just a suggestion, because I know she's good with
That's true.
the pets.
I think we should take the advantage, considering that Flippy does know her, even though he wants to stay and fight. But I think if given, he would.
Okay.
If she's pulling at him, he would understand to go. So okay, I'll give it that.
Yeah, maybe
he reluctantly goes anyway.
He's all like excitable at the moment because he finally he did a bunch of damage to a skelly, and
See, now she's
like
He got sky raisins.
Like, no, get out of here.
Sky raisins, damage. He's all on like Axby Kevin.
Yeah.
See her
okay.
Hugging a big ostrich-like thing, and it's just just the head by itself is going snap, 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 snap. She's dragging him away.
Just kicking, you know?
Okay, so he'll hang back with her.
Okay. Yeah, Ayla's gonna hang back as well. She really doesn't see she needs to get involved here. The one that she's examining the one. She takes a turn to kind of check out the one that's attacking you, Valia, and decides when she sees how much damage you're doing to it that she's really not needed. So she's gonna hold her action a little bit. Ulfgar.
I'm gonna try stabbing the one in front of me.
Okay. That hits.
Alrighty. And then it is piercing, which is not going to be very effective. Still, that's pretty effective.
Yep, that's still a good hit on him.
Max damage.
Okay.
And I guess I'd move around to this side.
Okay. Sure. You're just kind of circling the skeleton.
Yeah, well, I like to try and get a bit closer to the rest of the group rather than split myself off.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I know that Valia and I work better when we're back to back, so.
Okay. Alright. Then Tobias.
Tobias is going to help Valia, and he's going to use short sword on the skeleton because he has nothing left, unfortunately.
It's like a big Pokemon battle, us with all these pointing and slashing weapons. It's not very effective.
It's not very effective.
Yep, that misses.
Oh well.
Okay. Skeleton revenge! So let's handle the easy ones first. This one here is going to attack you again, Ulfgar. He's got a short sword that he's gonna miss with. Then the one in front of Valia is gonna swing at Valia.
Yep.
Is that the
You hit me twice.
smart one?
He's found the chink in her armor.
It's the grinding of the teeth that did it.
I'm like, you banged up my scales.
And then this one over here is gonna try and break out of the kind of hold that Arokh has on it with its tail. So when you're grappled, you can use acrobatics, right, or strength.
You can use acrobatics or athletics to escape.
Okay. So he's gonna try and weasel his way with a dex roll and fail. So that one is still held tight. And that's the Skelly.
He's like pushing against the dragon butt.
Vorn is gonna try and smash this one here. Once again.
Forward smash.
Oh, I think that hits just. Yep, it does.
Yay!
And that Skelly is finished. Not quite as like dramatic as the previous one, but still a good solid squash.
Another one turned to dust.
Yeah.
Smash, smash, smash.
Oh. No. Right, Valia. The skeleton has hit you twice.
I got a critical roll on him. That's what he gets.
You sure you don't want to rage on this?
Yeah, he's dead. He is very dead.
And that was only one hit, so I'm gonna move up to this one and just try to rip him apart through. You know, he's on the ground, right?
You get advantage, yeah.
He's actually he's actually kind of grappled by Arokh at the moment. Arokh's got like his tail like wrapped around him.
That's fine. I can kind of reach through.
That hits. And you finish that one as well.
Chomp.
And I just yelled,
On to
let's
the
get
next
out
wave.
of here. I'm just like, let's get the hell out of here now.
Okay. So Arokh, what are you doing?
Okay, we are done. We are not seeing anything rumbling or going up, waking up.
You want to take a look around? See if you notice any more?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Then make a perception check.
Ulfgar would ask Aelia what happened with her undead sense.
Hang on one second. We're doing Arokh.
Yeah. Just saying.
Yeah, you don't see any more movement from the rest of the bones that are on the ground.
I just yell at everybody, don't poke the corpses.
They're all skeleton spawners.
If it's Artemis and Dragon Beak, we don't care at this point. Let's just get out of here.
Agree.
Hold on 1 second. Detect magic.
On what?
I just do a sweep in a circle around me. I'll stand in the middle, moving here. And I detect magic within 30 foot, in a cone, so I'll just kind of slowly take a sweep around to see if there's any magics going on around.
So are potions considered magical? She asks for no particular reason.
I think they're alchemical, but it takes someone who knows magic to make them. So I don't know. Divine ones aren't magic; they're divine. So I don't know. It depends if it's arcane or divine, I guess. Well, I guess if it was a divine thing, I'd detect that too. So I don't know. It's up to you.
Let me finish. Let me finish rolling the treasure.
Ulfgar is suddenly thinking, the soulmonger's right here. We just need to smash it. Obviously, they keep getting up out the ground.
You do not see nice. You do not see anything ping on your detect magic radar.
Okay.
You're Bill Paxton. Bleep, 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 bleep.
He would kind of walk over here just to make sure he gets like these guys out here as well on the outskirts.
Yep. Nope. You don't get anything.
Okay. And I don't recognize the corpses as being artists and dragonbait?
Nope.
Okay.
The one doesn't have a face, so...
You're fairly certain you would recognize Dragonbait's, body, because he's quite an unusual humanoid, but neither of them are them.
Can I look at the other three and see if they're they happen to look like they're moving like the first one.
Yeah.
Other than, I mean, I'm pretty sure they got things on them moving, but
Yeah, make a perception check.
jeez, of course it's gonna do that now. I'm just gonna go ahead and poke the closest one to me, this blue one right in front of me.
Okay. Yep, it's pretty gross. It's like there's no like additional movement from it, but your spear does kind of like, or your javelin does. In this one, it actually kind of sinks in a little bit. The flesh just kind of gives away, and you end up with dead body goop on the end of your javelin.
I just look at everybody. I said, okay, I don't think there's any more bugs. Let's leave. I don't want to be here no more. This is gross.
I agree.
Yeah,
Is Valia trying to do the gentle repose thing again?
Are you poking it with the end of your javelin or the blunt end?
No, the blunt end.
Okay. Then
I'm just kind of like shoving it around a little bit.
The flesh kind of gives away, and you're able to move it a bit, and you do see that there's and this person had a pack with them, right? Like a traveling backpack. But as you pull your javelin back, not only is your javelin covered with dead body goop, but kind of good chunk of maggots kind of spill out of the part where the flesh gave way.
Gross. Can I pull the pack out and over, like, kind of pull it to the side where it's closer?
Yeah.
I yell at Ulfgar, "Hey, dwarf boy, you owe me since you tried to kill me. Can you like do your magic finger thing and clean this off so I can go through it?"
I'll press the digitation it.
That you're pulling the pack, right? I mean, this person had the pack on, so
Oh god!
you're pulling it, and it's kind of like the straps. Like, are you pulling it with your javelin, or like?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the straps kind of like, kind of just. The straps are now stronger than the flesh that was left on this body, so it really gets pretty gross as the straps kind of slide off this dead body, and but you are able to get it away from the corpse after some. I feel
They just like sink through the flesh. Gross.
Yeah, I feel like you should make a Constitution.
Oh god!
Yay!
Yeah, you're all fairly surprised when Valia just seems to like have this moment of constitutional weakness and turns around and vomits in the bush behind her.
Oh gosh!
I just yell. I've eaten a lot of things in my life, and I've done a lot of stuff, but this is just too much.
You shouldn't have bit that last one.
You're all making me weak with your morals and not eating baby goblins.
Well, as much as I want to get out of here as well, I think it's best if we just gather and burn the corpses, or they'll be chasing us down the rest of the way.
Yeah, I think, I mean, looking at the maggots that were kind of spilling out of the body, you can just feel like the ones that you swallowed are still kind of moving. And,
I'm just gonna, at this point, I'm just like, okay, here's a pack here. Can I go through the other one? If there's any other packs, I'm gonna put them all in a pile and have him, prestidigate whatever it is that he does with his magic fingers and clean it all up.
Yeah. Yep. So you could definitely finagle the packs off them, right?
Don't need to make more constitutions.
Well, you could probably have Kellisto do a search through them for you if you wanted. I'm sure she'd be more than willing.
She loves treasure.
And
So
I'd ask to have Vorn start gathering up the remains in a big pile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll tell Vorn that, Vorn, can you help gather these corpses up?
Yep, and let me
Big
move.
thumbs
these
up
guys
shows
out.
up.
So I'm just gonna move them all out of the way.
Yeah, I just tell him, clean off the treasure. I'll go through it and clean off my javelin too.
Okay. So after a fashion, right, you find in the pack. I take it, Ulfgar, you're happy to go ahead with prestidigitationing the goop. away.
I will be the degoopifier. I will effectively hoover the stuff off. As people have told me my name is in chat, so.
Right. So in the packs, I'm just gonna tell you, there's there's moldy rations, right? There's like junky clothing, like an extra pair of underwear kind of thing. Nothing that is particularly interesting, except for the following. You do find the following that are
Ready.
Okay. So you find a crude map.
Ooh. Crude map. Got it.
Crude map. It does show a route to Port Nyanzaru.
Damn it.
You find a malachite ring inlaid with electrum.
I just I'm looking through it. I'm like, oh, I'll stick it on my finger.
And you immediately shrink to tiny size. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I've done that. It's bad. Just don't put on random stuff.
That's off Ulfgar's detect magic, but
yeah.
That would have been okay. You find a empty corked vial made from bone. Okay. You also find that's that. 2 stoppered vials.
Okay. 2 different stoppered vials?
2 different stoppered vials.
Okay.
Okay. And you find a gold nugget that's actually about the size of your fist, Ulfgar.
Okay.
You also find 2 more things.
Yep.
You find what looks like it's the same kind of bottle that you've seen from healing potions, but the liquid inside it looks a bit different. And the last thing, and this was totally Indiana Jones, right, in his little party, because you find, you know those goblins that were stacking themselves?
Yes.
You find one of their masks. It's painted wood, but it's got some gemstones set in it.
I just grab it and put it on my face.
It fits really awkwardly because you've got this kind of crocodile nose going on now, so you've got it fits like you have to kind of like peer through the eye slots a little bit because it doesn't quite fit right.
I'm just gonna wear it from now on.
Okay.
I have the ring on, I have the mask on. I'm looking at I'm like, what is that gold thing? Can I see that? I'm just like shoving everything in my mouth.
It's a painted wood goblin mask of crocodile with gemstones on it.
It's not a crocodile, but it's, I'm saying Valia's face is kind of crocodile shaped.
Oh,
so it fits really awkwardly because it's made to fit like a goblin face. So she has to kind of hold her head at a funny angle to peer through the eye slots.
It's kind of like up on top of my head. I'll just scoot it up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a goblin mask with gemstones in.
Okay.
But I think Valia was asking you about the gold nugget.
Yeah, I point. I'm like, what is that?
Looks like fool's gold to me. I have no idea.
I just I kind of reach over and take it from your hand. I'm like, okay, I'll stick it in my bag.
It actually incurs mummy rot for those that hold onto it for too long.
That's okay.
Actually, it'll turn people into dwarfs, is what it really does.
Well, I'll still look like a lizard, so I'll be a lizard dwarf. How about that? I just laugh. I said, you don't remember, you tried to kill me.
I also healed you, and you already know.
I walk over to Flippy and just feed him some fish.
Well, I couldn't hear you. I was just trying to give you a push.
I look over at Arokh. I said, "You're lucky that I was able to. I told you to breathe really really loud, and I can take the hit. It's okay. Next time that happens, I'm sure you won't hesitate."
Hesitation is the lesson that you should learn.
But we got some loot. It's okay.
You act faster than you think.
Well, really, if you want the truth, I thought that guy, the first guy, was alive. And y'all are always about helping people, so I figured, hey, let's go see if this guy's alive because he was moving. And he just happened to not be moving. It was just those gross bugs.
Hey, Arokh,
So-
would you mind lighting these corpses on fire for us? I'd rather not fight him again today.
You bet I'm on fire.
Hey, Valia, since you've been stuffing all the things in your pockets, why don't you take a look at this map and tell us if it's any use?
Yeah, I look at it. I'm like, yeah, it tells us how to get back to Port Nianzaru,
Is it
which we've already been.
Is it like a secret route that makes it really easy to get back there? Or something?
No,
Is it got like a treasure map somewhere on here or something? I'm not so good with maps.
nope. It's just a route to go to Port Nianzaru. Nothing special marked on it. Just a map.
Alright, well here, you take it. You've got all the maps.
Alright, speaking of maps, we're going to move you guys back to the player's map. And we're going to get rid of this.
Just imagine we're talking, but we're not really talking. We're yelling across the jungle at each other, just really loudly from all the buzzing in our ears. We're all deaf at this point.
Well, we're currently having a barbecue as well, so...
I'm just like, let's go. We need to go find a safe place and rest.
That was about there when you guys encountered that. So you're pretty sure. Okay, go on. Sorry, what were you gonna say? You were saying go and find a place to rest.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of travel. You can. Well, do you want to find a place to rest right away, or do you want to?
I want to get well away from this little area.
Okay. How about everybody else? Are you happy to kind of move along at this point?
Well, I would
Yes.
hope that during this stuff we could have done a short rest. Is what I'm
Yeah, you
hoping for.
could. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could. While you're watching the corpses burn and having a look at your loot, you
Yep.
could take a bit of a short rest.
All that does for me is it allows me to regain my bardic inspiration, but others might need healing or whatnot. So the remaining items that Valia didn't take, I'll just say that Kellisto has.
Okay. Do you want to if you want to have a look at the stoppered vials, see if you can think about or figure out what they are. If anybody wants to look at those and kind of and see if you can figure out what they are, then make a. I think. Well, hang on one sec. Actually, is investigation.
I was thinking we'd do that next long rest we had, but
Or... Hang on one sec. Yeah, I mean you can do that whenever, right? Yeah. So an investigation check will whenever you're ready, Okay. But otherwise you can take a short rest while you're checking out the loot and burning the corpses and
I just hold up the vials. I'm like, yep, they're vials, and stick them back.
you said
Kellisto-
investigation? Oh. Okay, sorry.
That's all right. So
Maybe I'll do it. Said Tobias.
No.
Kellisto and Aelia might be interested though. Kellisto especially is kind of
She's always interested in loot.
Yep. So she kind of takes a look at them, and I mean, whether we well, actually, so are we doing this? Are you doing this now, like while you're taking the short rest, or are you?
I was thinking long rest. I think we're all kind of on edge at the moment. We wouldn't do that until we were like resting next, but we could just say that we do this next long rest.
Okay. That's assuming you last that long.
Right. Well, either way, it won't make a difference then now, will it?
Callisto will survive. She's good like that. So she kind of unstoppers it and like sniffs it and then takes a dab of it and puts it on her skin and then sniffs that again. And she's
She
like
just
really
chugs it.
taking time figuring it out. And she says to you that she's sure they are both poisonous.
Oh. That's
I'm like,
why.
should you be like putting that on yourself if you think they're poison?
She says you have to ingest it in order for it to be effective.
Ulfgar says, "Here, I'll hold on to him. I'm fairly resilient to the stuff."
Okay.
And those are the 2 different stoppered vials
Yep.
of poison.
Mm-hmm.
How we're sitting there, we're just making small talk. I'm like, yeah. I look at Flippy. I said, if I die, let me come back and eat Ulfgar. Flippy's just like nodding his head.
Silly thing. If she dies, she isn't coming back. It's the whole curse we're trying to undo.
I'll go find the necromancer.
That's part of what we're doing.
I just laugh. I was just giving Flippy treats and stuff. Like playing with the parchment they gave me, like making him do tricks.
Okay. So yeah, and you're able to travel the rest of the day without interruption anyway. So this conversation can totally be taking place as you're kind of setting up camp for the evening.
Yeah.
Callisto will try and bring you some food as well. Ooh, where's survival? There it is.
Ooh, we're eating good tonight.
Brings you all the food. There's no food left in the jungle at all.
Wait a minute, how is that a good
She
outcome?
took it all.
Can set up camp for the night in the usual manner, if
Yeah.
that's what you're thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
So the night passes without incident, and you're able to all get a nice full night's long rest. And wake the next morning. It's raining as usual. But you're able to spend the day traveling, and the only things you encounter are, the Vegisauruses, usual kind of wildlife of the jungle, the birds and the monkeys and small mammals like that. So, nothing particularly, exciting. But towards the end of the day, you do reach your destination. So as you're approaching, you can see the gorge now has opened up kind of below you. So it's now this kind of expanse between, from one side to the other is now, a fair distance. So, if we look kind of from one side to the other, it's a very wide gorge now in the earth. It's very deep as well. So what you see as you approach the edge of the gorge is there is this stone bridge that's crossing it. So it goes completely across, and let me see if there's some dimensions on here so I can give you an idea of how wide and deep it is. Here, hang on 1 second, actually. Oh, I've got to wait for this to load a little bit. Sorry. Okay, so the gorge below, down at the river level, looks like it's about 100 feet, below where you're kind of standing up on the edge of it now. And there's these kind of, now what started as, way back when, started as a sandy beach and then progressed into kind of a rocky slope, is now actually like a sheer cliff. So you're standing like up here, and there's like a sheer cliff down to the floor of this gorge where the river is. Okay? So that drops down about 100 feet. And the gorge itself is probably like 100, well, actually more like 125, 150 feet across. So you've got this bridge that's about 20 feet wide, spanning this gorge. And we can actually I'll move you guys to the map now, hopefully. Actually, let me just check the settings on it, see, make sure. Oh no, go away.
You already know what I'm going to do, right?
Not exactly. There. So you should be able to see this. I'm kind of hoping that I've done this right with the settings and whatnot, that you can see. Is that working? Yeah, it's
Yep.
working. Okay, sweet. Okay, so so this is what you see. So 100 feet down to the floor, below where the river is. And you see there's also vines right below the bridge that are kind of draped beneath. And the bridge itself is carved with what looks like maze symbols. So all kinds of different symbolic mazes. So this is seems to be kind of the overall, like, it's all over the bridge basically. So there's, as I mentioned, there's a bunch of vines hanging below it, and also hanging onto those vines are a vast mix of monkeys. Right, so all kinds of different monkeys, and you can hear them even before you see the bridge. You hear them from kind of back by the trees when you're approaching this. And they're chattering and shrieking, and they do this kind of continually. And as you approach the bridge, you hear that the gorge itself is doing weird things with the noise that they are making. Like, the noise is like echoing around, and the chattering and the shrieking and crying, all these noises that the monkeys are making kind of reaches this like peak point, and the walls of the gorge echo it around, so it sounds like laughter. It sounds and that seems to like actually scare the monkeys, and they all fall silent. And then just after a few minutes pass, and then a monkey will make a noise, and then another one kind of starts making noise, and they all kind of start joining back in again, and they go back to their like chattering and shrieking, and if you stand there for a minute, I'll leave it with you if you want to. So this is kind of what you hear as you approach, and then when you get there, this is what you see. You see this stone bridge that's mostly, crossing this gorge.
So
There you go.
it looks like it's like a 15 to 20 foot gap at the far side of the bridge or the close side of the bridge. I don't know where we are.
So you are over here. Oops, hang on. Over here. Right.
Okay.
Actually, let me grab your tokens. So, I mean, I would say that without moving closer, you're not really going to be able to see what the distance is, right?
Well, I was just imagining that. Okay, fair enough. But it looks like there's some kind of break in the bridge on the far side that we could tell from approaching.
Yeah.
I would do a Dwarven stone check on this thing, see how sturdy this bridge is, and if I can figure out any kind of history on it. Basically, I'm using my stone cunning.
Okay. Right, there are your tokens, so feel free to arrange them how you want in your typical marching order, and I'll go get Vorn.
Want to figure out if it's sturdy enough to support us, and Vorn.
And Vorn. Okay, let's pop Vorn there. Alright, yep, and Aelia and Kellisto are kind of gonna follow at the back here, and then Vorn is probably... Okay, so hang on. Who do you have? Can you... Hang on one sec, let me look at what stone cunning will actually get for you.
There you go.
Oh, you've got it. Fantastic. Doo, doo, doo. Checks on stonework history against... Right, hang on. Let's see if there's any, like... Okay. So you think that it does seem like, you having kind of a quick peek over one of the edges a little bit before you get out across there. And it does seem to be pretty sturdy. You do see, like, in the center of the bridge, there's a big kind of statue, a stone shrine, in the middle. So the bridge seems to be holding that just fine, as well as all the monkeys. So you think it's pretty sturdy. But yeah, I mean, there is clearly a small collapse at the other end.
Okay.
I'm like, well, we go forward.
I'm suspicious of this bridge.
Yeah, now we're getting cautious.
Why is there a large statue in the middle blocking most of the passage? Specifically facing one direction.
We should go look at it, see if there's any kind of inscription on it. I can maybe try to talk with the monkeys. I mean, they're not flying, so... They're not giant, ugly ones with sharp teeth yet that we can see, like the other ones we had in the trees.
Yeah.
We shall see.
They're too busy spooking themselves, it seems like.
Where are the monkeys at this point?
So the monkeys are all hanging out underneath the bridge there. They are all in amongst the vines that are on the underside of the bridge.
Why don't you try talking to the monkeys, and I'll do like a magical trap detection as I walk forward slowly until I get to the center.
So the monkeys, as you're standing here discussing it, the monkeys are doing this thing again where their shrieks and cries and chattering is all building up, and then it does this thing again where it echoes down the gorge and just sounds like laughter, and then they stop. Like, seems to kind of freak them out a little bit, and then it all falls quiet, and then
I just giggle. I'm like, look at them, they're dumb. Ulfgar, I like whisper, they're dumb, they're scaring themselves. Do you not hear that?
Right. Why don't you find out why they're doing that?
Alright, I'll walk over to like this edge right here, kind of look over, and now you speak with the animals, and I look at Ulfgar, I was like, are you sure this is a good idea? There's a lot of them down there.
There are quite a few monkeys.
Well, don't get them upset. Use your manners. He just kind of articulates it as he says it.
I think we should approach the statue first before trying to talk to these monkeys.
Right. Well, give me a few minutes here, and he starts casting detect magic as a ritual, so it won't use up a spell slot. which will take him about
Okay.
10 minutes.
Um,
And then he'll just kind of scan. Let's see if I can actually do draw freehand. I go he's got like a cone. I believe it goes 30 feet for detect magic. Up to 10 minutes within 30 feet of me, which is pretty good distance. And he'll just kind of walk straight forward slowly, seeing if anything glows until the statue is within his detect magic aura. And then if still nothing has happened, then he'll probably inspect the statue very carefully without touching it. That's the plan, at least. Unless things go awry before then.
Okay. So to describe the statue a bit more, as you kind of moving towards it, you can see that it's sculpted in the form of a Cholton warrior. Okay, hang on one sec. Stop moving, please. Unless you want me to not describe anything. So it's sculpted in the form of a Cholton warrior, who is he's got his hands actually on the surface of the bridge, and he has he almost looks like you can't tell whether he's paying reverence, like worship in a position of worship, or he almost looks like people who are about to like run competitively, like run in a race. You know how they position themselves and they've got like one leg kind of up and one stretched a bit further. So he looks kind of like that a little bit, but you can't tell if he's like positioned to move forward or if he's positioned like as a kind of worship full pose, So that's what you see. Hang on one second, let me check if there's anything else on the bridge that you should know about.
All these little statues, are they warriors or monkeys?
Those are mostly monkeys.
Great, Ulfgar, we found a monkey bridge. And I don't mean the ones hanging under.
Monkey bridge. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, the carving is also, you notice the carving is highly stylized in the same kind of style as the bridge. So it's got like these maze symbols all over the base of it, and on the warrior itself as well.
Can you just define maze? Are you talking about corn?
No, oh no, sorry, like a maze, like I have to find my way out of it.
Okay.
Sorry, not corn. Maze as in puzzle.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slowly make my way to the statue.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Ulfgar is doing that with the scan, so...
Yeah. And you don't see anything magical about this dude.
Okay.
No writing or anything.
No, there's just these maze symbols all over him. When you get close enough, though, you do see that there are gems in this statue's eye socket.
I look at Ulfgar, I was like, no. We're gonna leave those there. There's too many monkeys. We just got done fighting a bunch of other crap. It looks like an idol. We should probably just leave it.
I'll save you this time. They're glass. Let's go. Kellisto, don't even think about it.
I just want to see if I could touch the base of the... I just want to touch the base of the statue. Just like out of curiosity, because I'm like, I wonder if this does anything.
So actually make... Can you both make a religion check? Intelligence religion?
Mine's not going to be good. I'll even add an extra 3.3 to it, just because. The whole 10.
Yeah, you feel like that might be a stance of worship, but you're not really sure.
And like, Ulfgar, should we try to get Vorn on this bridge? Do you think it's going to hold him?
It'll hold him most of the way across, but I don't know if he'll make it past. I can see a big gap at the other side. We could I don't know. I could tell him to make a run and jump.
I don't think that's a good idea either. I tell Vorn, just slowly come up to, to where everybody is.
Okay. Yeah, Vaughn can move up slowly. So he makes his way up and stands at the back of the group.
I will.
So
I'm gonna look over the edge at the monkeys, see if I'm sure they've noticed us coming across this bridge, especially with Vorn. But
Yep. Yeah, you see, the monkeys are kind of like they're very curious about you. They're kind of like some of them are leaning out and peering up. And Ulfgar, when you move around to the other side of the skeleton, you see a human skeleton. The other side of the skeleton, I gave it away. The other side of the statue, you see a human skeleton lies crumpled near the statue's feet.
On the other side of it?
Bones. Yeah, like where you're standing.
Oh, I wouldn't step that far then. As soon as I saw it, I'd probably stop.
I'll kind of lean over a little bit and peer over, and I'll use speak with animals, and I'll say, "Hey, monkey, can you tell me about the statue?" I'm not expecting super intelligent chats, but
Hang on, let me look up a monkey's intelligence. Monkey.
Meanwhile, I'd be like, Aelia, we've got a little situation up here. I think one of your friends is down.
Wait, do we have... oh, that might work. Hang on. Just see if... Yeah, that's gonna have to work. Okay, let me look at their intelligence. Yeah. Okay, so your question to the monkeys was, what's with the statue? Kind of
yeah, what is it? Who is the statue? Yeah.
The monkey says,
What does the monkey say?
I'm trying to think like how much the monkey would know about the statue, like if
A name at least, yeah.
He says, statue has no name, and then laughs and
I just sigh. I'm gonna walk to the other side of the statue and tell the monkeys, I'm gonna just keep an eye on the monkey, look around. I guess I see the skeleton.
Yeah.
Yep, you see the skeleton.
Ulfgar's got his sword
I'm gonna walk over to it and I'm gonna smack it with the bottom of my spear, or my javelin, and look and see if it has anything on it.
Okay. So you smack it with the bottom of the spear and it just kind of falls apart a bit further than it already was. It was pretty like broken anyway, but now it's like kind of like that thing when you see like a classic movie sequence, right, where somebody touches the skeleton and their skull just kind
falls
of
apart,
clatters to the floor. That's pretty much what happens with this guy. His skull kind of clatters to the surface of the bridge and rolls a little bit towards Ulfgar.
I was like, oops, and then I'll kneel down and look and see is it holding anything? Is there a bag on it? Like,
so the skull clatters to the floor, but that's not the only movement that happens.
yay, go me.
So, actually, oop. So,
oh dear.
The statue that's kind of the Ulfgar you're standing next to in Valia is a little behind you. Begins to move and turns to both of kind of turns towards your direction. Previously it was facing in this direction. So it turns to face in this direction. Turns to face the other side of the bridge. So, I think we should roll initiative. Let me get the tracker out.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Poop.
Rolling away. Bam. Big old 5.
Heck, come on, boy, take it. Hey, come on.
So, I have a feeling I know why part of the bridge is missing. We're about to find out. Shield Guardian versus Shield Guardian. It's the match of the century. Happening Sunday.
When this happens, I yell at the monkey, "Hey, do you know what this is?" Not expecting any like.
The monkey replies, "Death." Cackles away.
It's like stupid monkeys. I throw a piece of the dancing monkey fruit down here.
Kashcah, could you assign my initiative for Tobias token? Because for some reason didn't catch up.
Oh, okay. Here, hang on. I might be able to help.
Oh, Tobias.
Here, I'm gonna try it again. Okay. Oh, I don't need to keep that though. That over there. And then 15.
I have a feeling I'm going for a swim.
Well, if you're going for a swim, then might be a bit more than a swim, just saying.
Whee!
So is that everybody? We got everybody?
I think so.
Looks like it. Monkeys? You forgot the monkeys?
The monkey's not getting involved. Are you kidding?
Good.
Alright, let me, well, we're waiting for Monkey's return. Let me just quickly refresh my memory as to how badly this guy's gonna pwn you. Yeah, he's gonna pwn pretty.
It is Aelia's turn first anyway, so.
Yeah, I think he spends this turn kind of like coming back to, his movable self. He's been standing still for a very long time.
Must be a bit achy and sore.
Yep.
Best way to solve that? Sit him back down and have him go back to sleep.
He's got some fun stuff, I'm just saying.
So he didn't glow magical at all, huh?
He did not, no. His attacks are not magical either, so,
So he must be alive. Or unalive, whatever that is.
Okie doke, cool. Alright, so Aelia is like, holy shit, and she's gonna do some stuff. Maybe, I feel like she's gonna, hang on, who's that? That's Flippy, that's Tobias. She's gonna step sideways like this and try and smack it with, probably with her mace to begin with. See how that does. She's not quite sure what to hit it with. So, that hits though. Right? Does that hit? That better hit, otherwise you guys are in trouble. Okay. Okay. So she hits it, and it's kind of like, she hits it squarely, but the mace kind of like, bounces off a little bit.
It's got resistance. Yay! Or even immunity for all I know.
Hang on one sec, and I will describe what happens if I can spell things right. One moment.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. I'm thinking
It
here.
gives you guys plenty of time to think about what to do. Okay.
I think I know what I'm gonna do, but it all depends on Valia. Oh, she goes last as well. Oof.
I'm sure everybody's thinking Valia needs to die because she keeps touching things.
Hang on. Sorry. It was not in the thing, so I now have to resort to Googling. Google.
Oh no.
I know.
Something I can help with?
No, because if I tell you, then you'll know. So.
I don't mind helping, just saying.
Hang on.
Well, I doubt that it would change anything that might happen for the next person to go while you're looking that up,
That's true. Yep.
which is Tobias. Tobias, statue just woke up. It ain't looking happy. There are dead things that are on the other side of the statue. That's where we need to go.
I might push it off the bridge.
What do you think, Nevar? You got something to hit it with?
Did we get a long rest before we got here? I don't remember.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Oh, let me fix my hit point.
Full hit point.
You don't happen to have
So Ayla
polymorph spell.
did not succeed.
Ayla hit it with her mace, and she hit it very squarely, but the mace just seemed to bounce back at her almost.
Hooray!
I'm not very. Let me just cast Warding Wind.
The strong wind blows you around temper. Deafens you and the other. Very difficult terrain. Okay. So.
You blow everybody off the bridge.
Extinguishes protective flame. The area is difficult terrain. So you see,
Bye, monkeys.
right.
Exactly.
And a 10-foot radius. Okay. So this wind starts to whip around you. It's almost like having a whirlwind around you. And
Actually, I'll be concealing me, Aelia, and Arokh.
Yep, and Flippy. Yep. Yeah, and you see Ayla kind of has to, and Arokh and Flippy definitely, because he's just got 2 feet. And the stone statue as well, all kind of have to brace themselves against this wind that, is whipping around you. So it doesn't seem to do damage per se, but it does make it incredibly difficult for them to move, right? Because they're fighting against this wind now.
Sit tight. Stay close.
Okay. Flippy now has this. Yeah, he's struggling. He's like hunched down. You can see, like, the wind is like whipping around him.
Flippy's just gonna hightail it out of there. He's like, nope.
Okay. So Stone Golem man.
Oh boy.
he is going to do a slam attack.
No.
Let's see. Hang on. What's his intelligence? Oh wow. So odds it's Ulfgar, evens it's Valia. So just gonna do a roll. 1d2. Okay. He's gonna try and slam you, Valia.
Critical 2.
Nope.
Yeah, so he kinda misses.
It's all that monkey speak.
Yep. Okay. So that was him. Arokh.
So Arokh is going to use his brave weapon
Okay.
on the statue. Oh.
Allow me to
it's
help.
kind of
You want to do a line attack like this.
I might actually want to move out of that, but just saying.
Yeah, of course. Tempting. Brave weapon. It will be. This thing will be acid damage.
So he gets a dex save, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I mean, he's a big stone dude, so I don't think he's really going to be able to dodge this much. And can I do this? There we go. Oh, okay.
Failed all of them.
What's happening? Alright, but it fails.
So he takes 2 acid.
So it does seem to take damage from that.
Was it effective though?
It was effective, yes.
Was it super effective?
No. Not super effective.
No.
Doggone it.
Okay. Kellisto is gonna move up. Let's see what ranged stuff Kellisto has.
She could whip it
Whip it.
into shape,
Okay.
but then that might also pull it if it's not too...
That would be unfortunate, wouldn't it? The flame blade, is that independent, or she has to be holding on to that? Hang on.
Wait. Oh, she casts it, and then it's just as long as she holds the scimitar.
Hang on, I gotta look at it. Sorry, one moment. Okay, it is in her hand. Okay. She's gonna go for poison spray, as weird as that sounds.
Poison spray.
Constitution saving throw. Increased by... Ooh, so she actually gets 2, doesn't she? So it's 2d12 instead of 1. Well, that's pretty fantastic, actually, for a cantrip, isn't it? So she kind of reaches over the top of Arokh and project this poison from her palm. That's very interesting. Okay, so let me just I'm gonna do the 1d12 for the 5th level version. Nice. And then we need a con saving throw from Mr. Cholton's statue.
Now, me fighting constructs in the past, I've found them to be immune to poison.
Really? Yep, you're right. So he does this, but you notice that it does nothing.
Puff. So it's not alive. Dang it. It's unalive.
Okay, Ulfgar.
Valia, get out the way. And you see him warming up for a Fus Roda, and he gives Valia inspiration. Doo-doo. And he holds his action to Fus Roda, this way. If she gets out of the way. If she doesn't, he will not.
Okay.
But
all right.
ultimately, he wants to like try and knock the creature off.
Okay. So Vorn's gonna move up, but can't get to him, so gonna stand there.
Everybody move.
Right. It's a Vallen.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna move here because if I try to move away, he's gonna get an attack on me.
Don't. Attack.
Actually, you know what? If he yelled that, I'll try to move back and I'll take the attack.
Woohoo.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna take that opportunity to try a slam.
Oof. Ah, wait,
Yep.
wait. You have inspiration, which means you can roll a d8 and reduce it from his attack roll. Or, no, and add it to your armor class is what it is.
Then he probably doesn't hit, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
That would make my armor class 23. Ooh.
Okay, so...
And I can still, within 10 feet? Yeah, I can still hit him with my javelin once.
Stab him.
Okay.
Or 2 times my regular attack, so.
One, 2 times a stab.
Does that hit?
No, it does not. Your javelin glances off.
And the second attack.
That one hits.
Yay.
Okay, and that's the end of my rolls because I'm not even going to try to go back in for an unarmed attack.
Okay. So you notice, it's just like with Kellisto's poison spray and Aelia's mace to the face. The javelin, while you struck him squarely, it doesn't, nothing happens.
Right.
No face mace. Okay. So do I get my action?
You do. Yes.
Third level, Fus Roda. So, ignore the to hit. It's just a DC check. Level 3.
So it's
Constitution. Constitution DC 15.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Well, he would take half. He would take 7 thunder damage then.
Okay.
If he takes thunder damage, I have no idea. For all I know, he's made of vibranium.
Nope. Yeah, that does seem to affect him.
Okay. Okay. And I guess Ulfgar will say, "Clear a way for Vorn to get through," and that's it.
What did you say?
Clear a way for Vorn to get through.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, I forgot to tell him to attack anyway on my turn.
Yeah, so Ayla's all about this. So, sorry, was there anything else you wanted to do?
No.
Ulfgar? Or?
Nope.
Okay. And she also thinks that this guy is distracted by Valia, who's taking swipes at Valia. So while he's doing that, Ayla's going to move past him and to the other side. Break on. Can she do? She's gonna do a little sacred flame while she's running past it.
I just imagine some old arcade game when she casts it. Sacred flame. Sacred flame.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So he's gonna do his dex save, and
Wow.
I think he makes it. I think. Hang on, let me check her DC. Yeah, her DC is 15. So, so he makes it. So he doesn't take half damage or anything, does he? He makes it. He makes it. All right. So that's her turn. All right.
Oh no!
Tobias.
Wait. It must succeed or take that. Oh, so it's just damage or none? Wow. Oh, that is a cantrip, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Tobias, what do you think?
Well, Tobias thinking that he will going to use Radiant Bolt.
Okay.
Does not should this Guiding Bolt.
That misses, unfortunately.
And seeing this, he proceed to mount Arokh.
Okay. That makes sense.
Doop.
Okay. Flippy. Quite anxious.
Yeah.
Tippy tap.
He just tapping back there, and he's like, nope. He's not going forward. This is one fight. He's like, nope.
He's probably trying to get a monkey.
Yeah.
He likes how
He's
they
just
taste.
looking. Yeah, he's looking over the edge, and he sees the monkeys, and he's just like tapping around, squawking, and looking at the statue, like, help. That's all he does.
Okay. So the golem, as you're a bit further away, he's just gonna do his slam, towards Ulfgar.
Nice, he's
Oh!
stationary.
Dang. All right. Yep. 17. Oof.
And then I think he's gonna take step forward as well.
Still works.
Alright, Arokh.
And he's going to attempt to use Brave Weapon again
Okay.
in the same fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick question. Is Tobias going to drop the Wind Ward before he does that? Because it's still centered on Tobias.
You think it's going to turn into one of those fire tornadoes?
That's kind of what I'm like.
That would be pretty amazing, but Kellisto probably wouldn't be very happy.
Okay, no worries. Okay, where was I? Okay, Brave Weapon.
Well, it's an automatic hit and he makes a dex save, right? So. Good luck. See if he can move out of the way. No, he cannot. He's gonna take some damage. Okay. A little bit of his health has been removed.
Yeah. And Arokh is going to move out of the way with Tobias on his back.
Okay.
So automatically the windshield is moving along with them. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Here we go.
Alright. Kellisto is. Let's have a look at what Callisto's dexterity is. I feel like she's got. She's gonna. Let's see. She tried poison spray.
Flaming blade.
Yeah, but she also wants to move out of. She wants to kind of move past him.
Well, she can move through friendly spaces. She can move through me.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a flaming blade out. Okay, so she was gonna try. Okay, so Kellisto uses her bonus action to kind of bring forth her flaming blade, and she's gonna do like a run past him, and as she's running past him, she's gonna try and slice across him, as she's kind of running through the space. So
It's sort of
her
like the breath
goal-
attack weapon line that's in there.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Slash.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so she's gonna end up like here. And she's gonna make a flaming blade attack and misses. Okay, that's Callisto's turn. Ulfgar.
Try it again. Who's Rhoda? He will do a level 3 Thunder Wave. Just gonna keep trying. And where is it? Here we go. Level 3. So,
Okay.
DC 15 con
con.
save.
Oh,
So he's pushed 10 feet.
okay.
And
So
that is 14 points of thunder damage.
so can Arokh make a dex save, please?
Oh, damn it.
Because here comes a stone golem, like into your space.
Timber!
So the stone golem is like just reeling backwards, and oh shit.
Nope.
I'd like to take a reaction.
Okay.
Cast Featherfall.
On
Myself, Arokh, Tobias. Let's see, and basically Valia and Aelia.
okay. So this stone golem gets pushed by, you see Ulfgar like shout, Fuch Roda at this stone golem, and the golem gets pushed back and goes tumbling off the bridge, and he's doing this thing, where his arms and his legs are kind of like flailing in the air, and he just manages to grab
Oh shit.
it's kind of, well, he doesn't grab, but his hand like hits into Arokh as they're wheeling backwards, and Arokh loses kind of his momentum. Tobias kind of tumbles from Arokh's back, and you're now both kind of, the stone golem is falling, and you're both gently kind of floating. Ulfgar, what's the speed at which does it slow their fall, or
It says
how
choose
does-
up to 5 willing creatures. Falling creatures' rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round, which is 10 feet per second, until the spell ends, which is a minute. If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage and can land on its feet, and the spell ends for that creature.
Okay. So the stone golem is definitely falling faster than you. So you're kind of, you see it, and just again, its arms are like flailing, and its legs are flailing as it's falling to the floor of the gorge below. So it's going to hit the floor of the gorge like next round, while you have an additional round before you get there. So Valia and Ulfgar, is there anything you would like to do in this additional round while these two are falling?
I just yell out, I told you he's trying to kill us all.
Get over here and start shooting it with arrows. And I didn't quite finish previously. I would have done a bonus action to put healing word on myself.
Okay.
Just
Gotcha.
a level 1.
All right. So, so Tobias and Arokh, what? So you've got this extra round where you can do something to, hopefully resolve your situation. Otherwise, you're going to land pretty much right next to the stone golem, who is down at the bottom of this gorge.
I assume I'm still mounted, right?
Uh-oh. Audio crashing again. Darn Discord. What will Tobias and Arokh do? Oh, we're losing people. Darn Discord. Oh my goodness. Sorry folks for the technical difficulties. Sometimes they just can't be avoided. Perhaps we'll be able to muster through it, because last time it only lasted about a minute, and then everything was good. At the moment, though, I do see Nerevar's screen has gone completely black, so that's no good. In the meantime, allow me to put character portraits up. Let's see. There we go. They're trying to regain balance midair to get higher altitude. Excellent. And hopefully we'll get stability to return. Let's check here. Looks like video. Wow, yeah, it's kind of up and down for Discord there, folks. Sorry about any issues. Oh, it looks like people are back.
Oh,
Yeah, people are back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Me.
oh boy. Okay.
See, I knew it would just be a minute.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so we've got this. I think. Yeah. Could. Trying to think. Decide who for. So you're trying to basically. Arokh's trying to grab you, presumably, and you're trying to grab onto Arokh so Arokh can fly away again, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of
Correct.
okay. So I think with Featherfall, you're able to accomplish this, and you get quite close to within reaching distance of this stone golem, who luckily is kind of lying prone at the moment. Before Arokh's wings, like you're able to get back, reassemble yourselves, kind of thing, and Arokh pushes the air really hard with his wings, and you able to fly back up to the surface of the bridge. And all the monkeys that are under the bridge are just like, it's dead silent. There's no monkey laughter at all. They're just watching in absolute shock as this stone golem falls to the floor of the gorge below.
Which I'm curious now if it actually takes any fall damage, and if so, how much it takes.
Oh, you're gonna make me work this out, really?
I can help you, because I know the standard rules for this, but I don't know what the rules are for
hit
this.
me with the standard rules, because it's not finding it in the compendium.
It's 1d6 per 10 feet.
Ah, okay.
After the first 10.
Okay, so then let me do this. So 1d6. So it's 9d6 basically. Boop. So yeah, I mean he does take some fall damage, but it's not enough to stop him by any means.
Right, a big splash, and he's now far away from us.
Yeah, he at the moment he's busy standing back up again because he fell, prone. So he's kind of, getting back up to his feet at the moment.
I'm going to zoom out so we can see the side view map now, because I think that's going to be a little bit more appropriate.
Yep, so imagine that dino is actually a stone golem.
That works. So let's do this.
Okay.
And we are along here,
So the
raining death down upon him as best we can. And I'm
So-
guessing that Arokh and Tobias are kind of flying back up if they can.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are you planning to shoot this? So you're planning to continue to attack him?
I'm assuming that he's going to try and come after us. So as long as he's doing that, I'm going to try keeping on shooting at him. Unless that's like doing
well,
absolutely nothing.
Make a perception check. Or actually, just a straight wisdom roll.
Okay.
No.
Straight wisdom. I is
You
wise.
You don't see any way that the stone golem could get back up to the bridge.
Okay.
There's like nothing in the vicinity where he could, do that.
Right. Do I feel, now that we're over on this side, that Vorn would be able to jump across?
I don't know. Do you feel that Vaughn would be able to jump across?
I have... Yes. I don't know.
And you've got like a 20-foot gap here, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do you feel you would be able to jump across?
With Featherfall on me? Maybe. And that's why I'm kind of like thinking of timing at this point, because all of us except for Vorn and Kellisto have Featherfall.
Okay.
And I'm thinking we could get across the bridge quick. But I don't know if Vorn will make it.
I guess in this round, we're still in the bonus round or extra round?
I don't think we need to follow like a turn order at the moment.
Okay. I'll just yell, Born, start running across the bridge. And I tell Flippy the same thing.
Okay.
Jump.
Tell him to jump across the gap. Make sure he's smart enough for that.
Okay. So...
How far down is it from this crumbled spot here?
It's about 100 feet.
I'm dropping down on the other side of the bridge and instructing Arokh to grab Aelia to try to move her on the other side.
Ulfgar would say, Kellisto, quick, turn into something small and get in a pocket.
Yeah, she does.
Or
well,
something that can jump
hang on.
across.
She says to you, do you really think you can? She's like, she says that she doesn't trust you to jump it.
All right then, fine. We'll toss a rope across.
Yeah, how are we going to get Born across with a rope?
I didn't say that he'd be able to. He could try jumping. That's about all I've got.
And the platform the statue was, it's completely cleared on the top now, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Could Vorn drop that platform on top of the other one? Okay.
Can I look down and yell at one of the monkeys and ask them if they can help us cross the bridge?
Yeah, sure.
Or I'll point at the big guy. Can you help him across the bridge?
They say no, too big, and like chatter away, and she kind of run in the opposite direction. They're swinging under the bridge away from you lot. They've decided that you're dangerous.
Stupid monkeys. Well, monkeys are out of the question. They're not going to help us cross the bridge. And I'm not sure, Vorn, if he can survive a 100-foot fall.
What if he just jumps down on top of the other one?
I
He's
don't
going to
think-
fall.
yeah,
He can
no.
take him out.
I don't think that's going to work either. But we need to do something quick before that thing does happen to get up and come after us.
I don't know.
Can I go to the edge and look around, see if there's anything Vorn might be able to climb down? Like if there's a pillar or something.
Well, hang on one sec. Let me look at Vorn's.
You happen to have a jetpack in your back, or
He just activates his Iron Man boots.
Oh, yeah. It's in his hands, his feet.
So,
Can anybody create a platform out of magic? I'm out.
So let's see. So you were looking at that. Valia, make a wisdom check as well, please.
This is gonna be cute.
Indecisive about how to handle this, but I think. Okay.
Or I add my luck to it.
Okay. Nice. So you know that like the stronger you are, the further you can jump.
Okay.
Vaughn's pretty fluff and strong.
Yeah.
I'm
Alright,
not.
I'm like, fine, Dwarf, you win. So I tell Vorn as soon as he gets to take a running leap across the bridge. And I'll tell Flippy, move out of the way, Flippy.
Ulfgar. So Ulfgar, you're not sure you can make that jump.
Yeah, I was going to ask if Arokh would take me across.
Okay. And Kellisto, if Arokh is like ferrying people, then Kellisto will turn into something quite small and grab onto Arokh for one of those trips.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll end up having except I can't because these stupid things are in the way. I'm gonna get rid of the turn order. Whoop. Clear it. Go away. Too much stuff in the way. Okay. So Kellisto is over here. So Ulfgar, are you gonna hitch a ride with Arokh or?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the Featherfall effect is still on to make things easier if possible.
Okay.
Aelia still has to make it across, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Hey, would you get out on your bed?
So, let me see. Something quick here. Valia, you think you could make a jump, or you could hitch a ride with Arokh if he's willing.
Yeah, I'll ask him to take Flippy, and I'll try to jump across.
Okay. Alright, so Flippy is over.
I'll say good luck, and I give her inspiration.
Okay, nice.
Is it athletics?
It's actually a debt to well, hang on, let me read one more time. Make sure. Okay. It's because the distance of the jump is this end right here is actually higher than this end over here, right? So that actually shortens the distance. It's considered 15 feet instead of 20, right?
Okay.
So you can make that jump. It's just kind of sticking the landing that is the question.
Okay.
So that's where it becomes a dex save. If you've got acrobatics, absolutely use that.
There's the inspiration with it.
Okay. Okay. Yep, you make it.
Okay.
It looks questionable for a second. You kind of, the feet skid a little bit on this crumbling edge, but you're able to kind of hold on to it. So hang on one sec. Let me check out Aelia's. Aelia would like a ride, please.
If they look like they're struggling in any way, shape, or form, I will then do inspiration, but otherwise I won't.
Okay. No, I think it's fine. Let me check Arok's strength once. I think it'll be fine. Let me check. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. So
everyone make it across.
everyone makes it.
Well, Vorn's
Except
gonna make it.
except the one.
Yeah. So Vorn takes a bit of a running start.
Good
right?
luck, Vorn. I give him inspiration as well, just in case.
Yeah, these big, heavy feet are vibrating. The bridge.
I see monkeys dropping.
Wait a minute. Everybody, get out of the way. He might make it.
Little edge over here. Yeah, Kellisto backs way up, giving him plenty of room.
Get off to the side.
Yeah, and this little edge over here crumbles a little bit more as he's just vibrating it with these big strides as he's running towards the edge, and he takes off from the edge and falls to his death. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see how he does with sticking the landing though.
There you go. There's the extra inspiration.
Oh my gosh. Okay. He literally just makes it. You see him T2, and his feet kind of skid a little bit, and it looks like he's going to go backwards, but then somehow he lurches forwards and
Grab him!
able to stay on this instead of falling to his death. So,
Neat.
you see the shield guardian is pacing around underneath the bridge. He, kind of makes his way over here and is looking at you lot up on the edge.
Error 404, bridge not found.
Something like that.
Pretty much.
So there you go.
Whew.
The nice shiny gems in his eyes are twinkling up at you.
Aye.
I'm just I think we should get out of here before he makes his way up.
I agree.
Ulfgar's already halfway down the road. He was like, yep, let's go.
Alright. And I think we will stop there. We've made it past the stone golem of Ubtao, who is guarding the bridge of Ataaz Muhahah, and you're now on the other side.
Hold on, I gotta add that to the log here. We've passed
Move you back over here.
the what was it? The
What
bridge
was what?
guardian.
Yep, he was a stone golem guarding the bridge.
What was he called again?
He was a guardian for Ubtao.
Of Ubtao. And made our own guardian fly. Alright. There we go. Quest log complete for the day. I would say that's pretty good success. We're stopping it there, yes?
Yeah.
Alright. So there you go, folks. Thanks everybody for coming to play. This was really good. I know. It's okay. Pug's getting excited. So, with that, I think we're going to end it. So, once again, we're not going to be streaming Dungeons & Dragons next Sunday, but we will the following, provided everything goes okay. So, otherwise, I will see you guys next time.